Be okay, print. Be okay, print. Be okay, print. We tell the stories bold and true. Spotlighting me, spotlighting you. Be okay, boss ladies and kings magazines. Kings magazine. Boss ladies and kings magazine. Leave vocals more than a name. It's a vibe, it's a flame. Power in every single page. Dreamers and doers shining bright. We write the truth, we own the mic. Hook, crescendo. Be okay, be okay, be okay. Boss ladies and kings magazine. Be okay, print. Boss ladies and kings magazine. Be okay. Where the culture speaks and the crown fits.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back. I guess I should be welcoming myself back. I've been gone for a while. Did y'all miss me? Well, I want y'all to know that I miss doing this and I'm so grateful to be back and I am blessed to be able to do this. So I want to welcome you back to another episode of BLK Print TV. And of course, on this streaming platform, we highlight creatives, entrepreneurs, authors, and everyday people. And BLK Print TV is the media arm of our quarterly and digital magazine. And of course, the BLK stands for Boss Ladies and Kings, okay? So tonight, we're going to bring you conversations with the book boss. That is where we don't just talk about books, we talk about the creatives behind them. Tonight's conversation is for the artists, the writers, the thinkers, the ones who see the world in layers. And you know, some people tell their stories with chapters. Others tell their stories with canvas, ink, and emotion. Well, this episode is about what happens when art becomes language and poetry becomes a mirror. It's about documenting life as you experience it and having the courage to share that vision with the world. So tonight's guest is none other than Kassaundra Owens. She is an advocate, an author, a visual artist, and an award winning spoken word champion, okay? Let me tell y'all this. The girl is bad, okay? She is, I'm telling you. And I watched her grow. I get to honestly say I watched her grow into this award-winning poet. And she may not know that I watched her grow, but I watched her grow into that. But she is the author of one of my new favorite books. It's called Sketches from the Scribe. Man, listen, I love a good format, honey. Let me tell you, that book is formatted well. But it is a layered art and poetry experience. It captures life through the eyes of a creative, inviting readers into reflection, emotion, and dialogue through both image and the world. Kassaundra is the author of also some other books. I know Write with the Purpose is one. And I think that's a work that speaks directly to intention, discipline, and voice, challenging writers to, move beyond expression and into meaning. So I'm going to bring her on in just a little bit so that she can introduce herself. But she is a powerful example of what it means to be a multi-dimensional book boss. This is what I'm talking about when I say a book boss, okay? So give us 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and play our theme song. I'm going to let her get herself prepared and we'll be right back. Welcome to the tables, guys. This is Conversations with a Book Boss.
She don't do fluff, she don't do fake. If If you ain't talking ownership, you too late. Pain game sharp like she cutting through loss. Turn pain into pages, that's a book boss. Talk deals, talk trauma, talk plot twist truth. She publishing pain and empowering youth. From cell blocks to bestsellers, yeah, she paid the cost. Now it's mics and manuscripts, salute the boss. She got 6 imprints, juggles names like keys. Trying to pay them to a paperback with royalties, please. Coaching queens from the block to the board. She ain't just writing books, she opening doors. So if you scared of the real, take a different route. Cause she gon' speak truth even when the lights out. Mic in her hand, crown on her head, and the legacy loud when the last word said. It's a conversation, not a TED Talk flex. It's the blueprint for the ones that ain't made it yet. Publishing purpose and profit with sauce. Welcome to the table, conversations with a book boss.
Hello, 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 hello. So we are back, and let me see. I think Cassandra's coming in. Maybe she stepped back. Oh, here she is. Hi, Cassandra. Cass. Let me tell you, I have some new equipment, so I'm. It's really hard for me to hear. So I'm not for sure. Can you hear me well?
Oh, I hear you great. Can you hear me
Okay,
okay?
great. All right. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. It's
Okay,
just a little low for me, just all around, but it's okay. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's old age.
good. We both going through it, so.
Okay. Well, I wanted to welcome you to Conversations with the Book Boss. If you don't mind, I always start my show with a prayer. I like to pray for my listeners and everybody that's listening so that we have a smooth frequency. Because, honey, you know that the internet demons be messing with you sometimes. But so
Yes.
we'll just close our eyes. And I just want to say thank you, God, for allowing us to be together today to share with each other what it means to be a book boss, to share our gifts that you've bestowed upon us, and we thank you for them, Lord. I ask that each of my listeners and my viewers that are listening and viewing will be blessed on this week coming up, Lord God, into the new year. I just want to say thank you just for life. Thank you, Lord. And in your name I pray, amen. Okay, I
Mhm.
just wanted to get that out there, girl. We got to get some
No.
prayers up there.
Yes. Okay.
So, guys, I want to welcome you to Conversations with the Book Boss. And this is my guest tonight. I am going to let her introduce herself.
Hey y'all, hey. It's your girl Cass. My name is Kassaundra Owens, but I perform and create under the stage name of Kas Kreatess. It used to be Poetess, but I found my love and talent in so many other forms. I had to encompass it all. So now it is Kas Kreatess. So
You know what? I was definitely going to ask you how your name switched. I really was. So
yes.
I'm glad you've already explained that because I wanted to know. I was like, okay, here's my volume button. I can hear now.
Okay, good.
Yes, it was me. It was me all alone. So sorry. But yeah, so I was wondering when that changed. But I
Mhm.
wanted to ask you before we get into this, like, how are you doing, sis? Like, how are you doing physically, mentally,
Yeah, yeah.
spiritually?
I am so
Oh no. We lost her, guys. We lost her. Hopefully she'll come back. Hold on. Didn't I tell y'all the internet bugs, how they act? Oh no. Hopefully she'll pop back in, guys. How is everybody doing? Let me see if we got some comments here. Let me put y'all's comments on the stage. Hey, El Renee. Hi, Tish. Is it Tisha or Tashia? How do you say your name? Okay, we got her back. Here she comes.
I done
All right.
got those internet demons.
Did I tell you? Didn't I tell you how they act?
Yes. Like, don't stop for nothing. Okay, watching
Don't stop
remote.
nothing. That's
Um,
right.
but no, I've been really good. I'm going to rephrase that. I know I'm probably not the only one that 2025 was a year. But even though it has been a year, I can say coming to the end of it, going into 2026, I'm definitely blessed, highly favored, and feeling 1,000 times better than how this year started. And I'm
Wow.
looking forward to how this journey is unfolding like every day. So
Um, well, I'm glad that you're doing better. I think you spoke for a lot of us. I think 2025 wore us all out. Me
mhm.
politically, it wore me out. Socially, it wore me out. Physically, it wore me out. So I'm
Mhm.
grateful too. And we have quite a few people on. So Tisha, thank you. Tisha says she loves me. Thank you, Tisha. I love you too. I have my sister Deshawn Chambers on. We have El Renee on. We have a few people on. So, as you know, again, if you're just joining us, we have Kas Kreatess is on, and she is an author, an advocate, and I'm gonna let her tell you guys who she is and what she does. But I do have, like y'all know, I have this structure show. I like to ask my questions, and I like to send my questions ahead of time, just so that we can have like some good conversation and some good dialogue.
Mhm.
So now I may jump around and I may throw some surprise questions in their cast because I'm a journalist, okay?
That's okay. I'm ready.
You are what you say you are. And if you could go from poetess to createss, I can go from poet to journalist.
Yes, you can. I am ready. Ready.
Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so for those meeting you for the first time, you
Mhm.
already told us where Kas Kreatess come from. So your book sketches from the Scribe. It blends
Yeah.
poetry and visual art.
Yes.
What inspired you to tell that book like that? Like what inspired
So,
you?
like I was saying about 2025, I released this book in March of this year, but I started it like last year. And for a while, I really enjoyed I still love poetry. I've been doing poetry for like the last 20 years. But it had gotten to a point where how I started in poetry as like a form of therapy for myself, as a way to connect one another and have this sense of community, there were certain things that were starting to make me fall out of love with it. Like,
Yeah.
any type of creative group, I don't care what city that you're in, people are like, oh, well, this city is all cliquish and this city has their beef and this and oh, in the music industry is this, oh, in the acting industry, and it's in all creative industries from what I've seen. If your city is free of it, good for you. But there started to be more have tos and not want tos, and
Ooh.
avoiding and steering through things. And I was like, this isn't what I signed up for, and I'm losing my love for it. So I stopped. Like, I completely stopped slamming. But I even had stopped performing, and then I got writer's block and I couldn't get anything out. And I was just like, I'm going to step away because my therapy has turned into a have to job, and I was starting to lose my
Right.
passion for it. So I started sketching,
Wow.
because before I even started writing poetry as a child, I was always drawing, always coloring. If you asked me as a child what I wanted to be when I was going to grow up, it was to be an artist. So I went back into that selfishly for myself, um, as another form of therapy of like refinding who I was at my core. And things happened to the past where I say I literally had the colors beaten out of me, or ripped out of me. So I had put down that passion. But when I picked it back up, I was like, oh, I'm still kind of good at this, and it was bringing me joy. And I showed a couple of people, and they're like, you need to show your stuff. You need to, and I was like, no, 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 this is for me. And then the more people kept saying it, and I had to stop and think, I said the same thing about my poetry. no, this is just for me. But then when I started sharing it, I saw how many people that it touched, and I was like, okay, so we'll experiment and I'll let a few things out, but I wasn't ready to just, I'm just an artist now and to let it go. So I went back through poems that I had had and I hadn't spit or I hadn't published, and I started looking at sketches and artwork that I had done, and I was like, you know what, this kind of goes with this, and this kind of goes with that.
Oh, I
Then I
love
found
it.
poems like, oh, I could really sketch to this, or I have a drawing or a
Yes.
painting, and I'm like, I really got words for this. So I ended up fusing them and releasing it and letting people see like more of me as I'm coming into more of myself. So that's how that birthed. I reclaimed my colors.
Well, Cass, before we go any further, I'm gonna stop right here because I need to know this. The jewelry that you sell and make,
Yes,
are
ma'am.
those your, or is that your artwork?
Girl,
Is
what?
that your artwork?
This is my artwork. These are
Girl,
my
get out of here, girl. Get out of
oh,
here, girl. That's a book boss. That's a book boss. I want some jewelry. I gotta get some. I'm getting
no, I
some.
got
That is
you.
so
Yes, with
dope.
the custom earrings, and I
That is
do
so
wood
dope.
because I feel like they're more organic. It's closer to
Girl,
nature.
you
So
are
I
cold.
can.
I was watching one of your videos, and I want you to know after this show, I want you to send me a video and make
Okay.
sure at the end of your video you tag yourself and say whatever you want to say. Plug yourself. I run it as a commercial doing my
Oh,
halftime. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are dope. That is so. And I kept saying, I wonder is that her original artwork? You are so amazing, Cass. I did not know you had all that
yeah,
in you.
that's so.
Okay? You were just hiding and had it all held back from us. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I knew when you won that first slam in Killeen, and but even before you won, I can't remember where I saw you do poetry at, but you did poetry, and I would say, "Whoa, this ain't the same cast I remember." Like even the last time I heard you, you like hit it, and I was like, "Wow!" So it was great to see you grow, Cass, and I'm really super proud of you. I think
Oh,
you are amazing, Cass. I really
thank
mean
you.
that. Your
Girl, thank
artwork,
you.
you put it on jewelry, girl. That is so. Y'all got to see her jewelry. I promise you. You send me that video, I'm gonna plug
I
it
got
over
you.
here.
Girl,
Okay, I'm gonna
yes,
plug it over
yes.
here.
Thank
So I'm
you.
really, really proud of you.
Oh,
So I do have another question.
yes,
So
ma'am.
when someone opens your book, Sketches from the Scribe, and I'm mad because I don't have my copy. I just went through this big health thing and they came and rearranged some stuff in my. There it is. Show it, show it, show it. So that is her book, guys. Can you kind of just give them a sneak
Okay,
peek, and then I want you to tell them
okay,
where they can buy it, because that's the
okay.
purpose of this show, not just for you to listen and to glean, but to purchase and buy and support her. Look at that, guys.
Of course, it
Oh
has
my
my
God.
poetry, but then it has, like I said before, different pieces of my original art in there.
Yeah. Whoever
So,
published your book, girl, they formatted that book. I said, "Ooh, I love a good
can I
format."
pat myself on the back? This is self-published.
You did not
You
do that,
can,
Cass.
yes, you can get it on lulu.com. So lulu.com. Just search for my name. This is still under my last year name, Cassandra Hamilton. So it's already published. I can't do anything about that. So yes, you can find it that way. I'll put a link in the chat. But yeah, all of my books, well, technically, so I have 6 books now.
Wow,
Yeah, and
Cass.
all of them I have actually self-published through Lulu, but I was part of an anthology curated by Andrea Moore here in
Mm-hmm.
Killeen, and it was like these wonderful stories of all these different women in these walks of life. So it's my first anthology. These are my books, actually.
Wow, Cass. I'm so proud of you, girl. And I was just telling you, like, it seemed like it's been forever since I've seen you, and you've been
Yeah.
really busy. And I think that's so awesome, man. I really do. I'm so proud of you, Cass. I just sit over here like, I feel like a big sister. Like, that's my little sister
And
right
I
there.
want you to, and I want you to because, when people are like, you get famous, oh, I knew her back when. No, legit. Knew
Legit.
me back with like
Knew you back
first
when.
came down here to Colleen, still
Yeah.
reading my poems like this with my notebook because I was so scared. And then here you come, looking all fly, coming there looking like a boss, and then you open your mouth, and I'm like, ooh, I'm trying to be like that. And
Oh,
so often society pits sisters against each other. You
yes, they
can't be
do.
two powerful black women in the same field without it being competition. You can't be two women in the same field and not gatekeep. And you didn't do that,
Right,
so you were very
right.
much big sister. You were very vulnerable with me and transparent, and you told me your truths and you didn't hold back, and that encouraged me to tell my truth and not hold back because I was getting
Oh,
pigeonholed. They were like, "You're pretty, just
yeah.
stay in this box." And I was like, "Okay, I guess that's what I have to do." And you're like, "No, don't do that. Don't
Girl,
do
you
that."
popped out on them. You popped out on them, honey. Let me tell you, you popped out on it, baby. I'm not mad at you. You
That was your fault. You shouldn't have had me opening stage plays and stuff, man. Like,
I love it. I love it.
God.
When someone did, I don't even know if I asked you my question, girl. When someone opens sketches from the Scribe,
Okay.
what do you hope they feel before even reading it? When they just open the book, what do you hope that they feel?
I hope that they feel that this is going to be a chance to get to know me better, and
Mm,
also a chance to see you can't always judge a book by its cover. It
right?
is still covered, I'll admit that.
Come
But
on.
just like you said, you knew me previously and you knew this much of me, and there's so much more. And we're always so scared to show all of ourselves for fear of judgment or rejection or whatever. So I hope they look at this book because literally on the cover there's a mask with writing on it because that's what I'm known for. But I'm like, I want to crack that open and show you that there's more of me. So I hope that they get that not only from the cover illustration, but also, just open the book because one of the first things is a picture of me sitting in the woods next to a mirror, and it's really saying this book is a reflection of who I am in this stage of my life. So
That's awesome. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I just kept. I didn't even read the book yet. I was so impressed by the formatting and just the neatness and the cuteness of the book and the feel of the book. I'm a publisher, so
I know. So
those kind
hearing
of
that
things
from
mean.
you, yes. So hearing that
Things
from you,
like
I'm like,
that are what do it for me. And I'm sitting up here like it feels so good. It's so cute. You can take it with you. You can, it's a nice size. It's just
mhm.
nice. So congratulations on that
Thank
book, girl. That is a great
you.
book. So guys, go to lulu.com and get sketches from the Scribe. Okay. You guys have got to get that book. It
I gotta
is a
pull up my
good
laptop, see
book.
if I can't put in the chat. Okay,
Yes, absolutely.
sorry, y'all. Okay.
No, you're fine. So now I know that you've written other books, and I know
Mhm.
that I saw Write with a Purpose. What does
Yes.
Write with a Purpose mean to you?
So I love that book. That's actually something different from my poetry books. It is a writing workshop book.
Love
So
it.
I have had the opportunity to do writing workshops here because you know how we would always used to get together and do writing labs, and that was great, but not everybody knew about them or were accessible to them, or they were like scared. Like, I'm not gonna come to a lab with you and XYZ, and y'all are like poets and kings and queens and intimidated. And I was like, I'm tired of people saying that. Like, not in a bad way, but I was like, y'all, you have something to say. You need to say it. And I ran into so many people that were scared to say something. Like, they didn't think that their voice was good enough. They didn't think what they had to say was valuable enough. And I'm like, I
Wow.
am such an empath. I'm such an empath, touchy feely, hug. And a lot of people say that, but if you're honestly working in that, you'll be surprised how many people will meet you and just tell you all of their business because they feel sick.
Wow.
And I started hearing so many stories, and I was like, I need to do something to help break down this kind of gatekeeper appearance, this kind of stigma of being scared. So I'm like, yes, I've won slams. Yes, I've
Mm-hmm.
written. Yes, I've been on stages, and that's great. But I wouldn't have done any of that if I didn't first learn to selfishly write for myself. And that's
Awesome.
like
That's
the
perfect.
main thing that I put in there. I'm like, whatever you want to do at the end of it, that's boo boo, that's great for you. But what I want to do with writing with a purpose, when I do the workshop, it could either be stretched out over 8 weeks or I can cram it in about, an hour. But it's basically helping people to find the freedom and confidence to, for one, just start. Like legit, the first exercise in there is a free write. Put your pen to your paper. I don't care if you
Wow.
start doodling, just pen and
Mm-hmm.
paper without
Mm-hmm.
thought and see what comes out of it. Because I just want you to find the power in your voice and being comfortable of saying the things that you're scared to say. You can worry about formatting it later. You can worry about getting a stage ready later. But if you're not at a place where you're just comfortable enough in actually getting it out, one, you're going to choke on it. Two, it's not doing anybody any good. So
Mm-hmm.
outside of thinking about the grammar and the structure and the haikus and the slams and all of that, just write something, because if it was important enough for you, then it's important enough to get out, to give you that
Mm.
sense of release. And people will do the course and they'll start like, I don't have anything to say, I'm scared. And by the end of it, they're like, can we do a poetry performance? Like, what's the next open mic? Like I've had students in a class
Right.
as young as like 6, and my oldest student was 70 in the same class.
Wow.
And they all
Oh.
went through it and loved it so much they literally set up a poetry showcase at the end of the
Oh.
workshop. So I love
As
that.
they
I
should
love
have.
helping people
As
find that
they should
release.
have.
Yeah, yes, that made me so happy. I was
I
like,
know. I love that for you, Cass. I really do.
"Yay."
So, right with the purpose, guys, that's also on lulu.com. Now, I'm going to
Yes,
tell you guys, we bring these authors, and these are people that have put their work into books. So, I am asking you, if you're my reader, to go and support Miss Cass. You will not be disappointed, honey. Let me tell you, especially with sketches from the Scribe. I'm just waiting on the right moment and the right time for me to curl up in this bed and
hey,
just like go with it. But
feeling so
we
good.
are gonna take a momentary break, Cass. So
Okay,
it's about a 3 minute break. I do have a commercial I'm gonna
okay,
play. So I got a commercial I'm gonna show. We will be right back after
okay.
these messages, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Chef T. Welcome to another episode of Tasting with T. This one is very dear to my heart because it is for my kids' book that's going to be released later on this year, and it's called These Kids Is Hungry. We're making today pizza dias. So it's a spin on pizza, but you also get quesadillas. So basically what we're going to do is mix some pepperoni, some cheese. So we have some marinara sauce here, some of my Italian seasoning. We have pepperoni and we have some mozzarella cheese. Without further ado, we're going to get started. And what we're going to do, we have some flour tortillas, just regular rounds. These are like the street taco style, because most young kids, they mess over food. So, but you can absolutely get the regular size flour tortillas and use those as well. So we're just gonna go on the bottom tortilla like you're doing a pizza. Just kind of spread it around like so. Not too thick because you don't want it to make it soggy. And just like a pizza, you want to leave at least half an inch off of the rim and the edge so it doesn't, ooze all the way out when it starts to melt. Perfect. So then we're gonna go in with our pepperoni mozzarella. And if you like Italian seasoning, add it. It's extra good to add it on there. I'm sure kids are very picky, or they may not know. It's already in the sauce in some of their favorite pizzas, so they may not know. But we're just going to sprinkle a little bit on there. And don't be afraid to pile those toppings on. Pile it on. They'll enjoy it. Once you're done, they'll thank you later. And what we're going to do is go into a 400-degree oven, and We're going to bake this guy until he becomes nice, bubbly, cheesy, and melty. Welcome back to Tasting with Teas. Our little pizzadillas are ready, you guys. They have melted and all that cheesy goodness has come basically on top of the pepperoni. So now we're about to cut it, and you will see how it looks kind of on the inside too. It's gooey and oozing with cheese. So actually I'll take both of them off. We'll set that to the side. Set it like that. And then if you have a slicer, you can use it. If not, don't fret. Just use a regular knife. That'll work just fine. And here are our little mini stuffed pizzadillas. They have melted cheese. They have the pepperonis are nice and crisp on the edges. You can't go wrong with this after a long day at school. Like they have so much work to do. Cheers, you guys. Let's see how it tastes. It's really hot. Be careful too when you're letting your kids taste so they don't burn the roof of their mouth. Ooh. Mmm. Tastes like a pizza. Pizzadilla. But thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next episode of Tasting with Tea. Bye.
Did you see y'all girls commercial here? The girl got a commercial running. Hey, listen, guys, if you are a business owner, if you have a product or a service that you'd like to run your commercial during our breaks, I would love to have your video. Please make sure that it is between 2 and 3 minutes. But yeah, I would love to do that for you guys. We're going to be waiting on Miss Kassaundra to pop back up in here. But while we're waiting on her, I guess I can play. Oh, here she is. So let me bring her right on back in here. All right, ma'am.
I didn't go too far.
Hey, you didn't go too far. So yes, I was just showing them the our commercial. That was one of the very first commercials I had. It's by Chef T. She is the author of These Kids Is Hungry cookbook. Okay, it's a children's cookbook, and it was published under my children's imprint, which is Crown and Crayon. Yes, so yes, girl. So I have published 75 authors at this point. So
Hey, give it up
yes,
for me.
yes, ma'am. So yes, ma'am. But anyway, we're talking about you tonight. So being an award-winning spoken word champion, Kaz, how does performing poetry on stage differ from releasing it on the page? And what does each form give you as a creative?
So, writing it on paper first gives me the opportunity to just release, just to get it out, to gather my thoughts, and like I say release a lot because growing up, my granny always kept me with notebooks and things, and she said it's because you can only swallow down so much before you choke on it. So pen to paper was always let me just get this out and it's purged. So that's still like a safe space for me. That's still a form of therapy for just me. I can get it out and then I can go back and look at it and be like, okay, I might want to share this. Okay, that's for my eyes only unless I decide to share it. And then like with some people, they love the performances, but they'll get so caught up on one line that they forget like everything that came before that. And they be like, you said something about something, and dang, I can't remember. So then when I do put it on paper, they can go back and be like, yeah, and they can actually see what I was saying. And so that's like another connection. So it's like a release, one type of connection, and then versus like getting on stage for me is the ultimate connection.
Wow, yes.
Because it's like I went from release to visually sharing to you get to see what I was trying to say, not in my rough draft, not on my pages. You get to see the emotions that I'm
Right.
invoking behind these words
And
because
what you get back, I'm sure, is
that,
fulfilling. Like
that's how I'm
that's
just
the
going to say yes. So when I get
yes,
to get it out
yes,
with all of my emotions, and then I get to see
the
it like
effect.
spark
Yes,
people around
yes.
the room. Claps and applause is great. Anybody that tells you they don't live for the applause, they're lying. But for me,
Standing O, honey.
I'll be honest, I live for moments where I make the room go dead silent or I make people cry. Sorry, not sorry. You needed to get that out. Like, hey, give me a laugh, give me a snap, give me a rewind. But if I shut y'all completely up, if you can shut up a club with alcohol flowing, because they are that in tune to what you're saying, and then you see the tears flow from somebody. It's like I know as soon as I get off the stage, somebody's gonna hug me. Somebody's gonna come and
Right.
tell me their business because I told my story,
Yes,
not
I
knowing
love
it
it.
was
Somebody finna
somebody
tell me their
else's.
business.
Woo,
Girl, you better hush. I love it. That's
girl,
cute.
that's it.
That's
That's it
cute.
for me. That's it.
Everything. Everything. So Cass, that's great. I cannot stop smiling. I got such a big smile on my face, girl. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you, Cass.
This
I
feels like
am.
talking to a big sister, so I'm so giggly right now. Like,
I'm sitting up here like this girl has really been humping over there, girl. You've been grinding. Like that's and then to know that that is your art. And I kept looking at your jewelry, Cass. Y'all, we're gonna get a video of this jewelry. Y'all got to see this jewelry. I love your jewelry, girl. You have some pieces. I was like, I know, and I'm like, they're so just alike. So she didn't, maybe she didn't. I was like,
no,
that's
no,
awesome.
I do it. I take some of my actual artwork and like I sell reprints of this, but I can go through like how I get them reprinted and get them to smaller images. So
Oh
I can either take
wow,
those and put them on earrings and then I hand paint the embellishments or I'll
that's
sketch and paint
amazing.
directly on them. That's why I love wood. It's like a thick canvas. So I can
Mm-hmm.
sit and paint. My studio is covered in glitter and so I have to
I saw
find a
you
clean
creating the other
corner.
night.
I had to find a clean corner.
Oh, I love it, Cass.
But
Okay, well, I want to ask you, because many creators they struggle with confidence,
mhm,
visibility, or finding their voice. What helped you
mhm.
trust your voice enough to share it boldly with the world?
I've literally grown up hearing like thank God I'm pretty. Thank God you're pretty.
Wow.
One of my goals that was taught to me was to find a good man. Be pretty, be silent, and find a man to
Wow.
take care of me. And
Mm-hmm.
then I followed that and got into relationships where the good man, because they had the good bank account, almost killed me, and like literally beat the voice out of me. And so for years, between like recovering from the physical abuse and like I'm partially deaf in my right ear now from a relationship
Wow.
from years ago. But
Wow.
recovering from the physical abuse, but more so the mental abuse and being told on repeat how insignificant my voice was, how insignificant my words were, and nobody wanted to hear that. And so I went years, I was writing, but I'm not going to show this to anybody because the quote unquote good man, my husband is telling me this isn't important. And if I go back to certain members of my family and say something, that's a good man, Savannah, because he got a good pay.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
they're still pretty much telling me, be pretty, be silent. And I was just like, okay, so I found myself leaving that relationship, going into something else similar, leaving that relationship, going into something else similar, trying to find or complete myself or find my voice through somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then after so many strikes, this ain't working. I was like, you know what? Maybe what I had to say was okay, at least okay enough to share. So, like, I'm originally from Waco. And when I moved from Waco down here to Killeen and I found the poetic sweet spot, now, mind you, I was up there with my notebook like this and shaking,
Yes.
shaking.
Yeah.
I've been so terrible at it, but to to receive the love after it, and then to hear people say, what I said meant something, and it had some weight to it. I was like, that sparked me. So I kept going. And, I guess you can say a professional poet, but I still consider myself a poet, a student of poetry. So I was
Mm-hmm.
hungry. I went out there and I'm hitting every show I can find, and not even to perform. Like I'm wanting to learn. I'm trying to dig through the encyclopedias of poetry and get fed as much as I could. And then the more that I did that, I was like, you know what? I can stand toe to toe with this person. What I have to say, I could be up on that stage. I could do that. So, trial and error, win some, lose some, get booked,
Yeah.
don't get booked, go
Right.
into an open mic and chop everybody's head off.
Right.
I found it, and then it was more so like how I said that the connection and performance feeds me. The more people's lights I saw spark up, and the more connection, and the more I saw that I was helping people, I was like, oh, you can't do nothing. Like I've literally survived probably the worst things that could happen to me in my life, and they didn't shut me up.
Wow.
And
Wow.
people are paying me to get on this mic and tell
Yes,
my business.
ma'am. Yes,
And
ma'am.
me telling my business has other people in this room who were silent or may have had the voice beaten out of them telling me their business, and I'm seeing them at the next show on stage. Like
Wow.
that's everything for me. So
That's
now
everything. I
you
love
can't give
that.
me you don't give me a mic.
Yes, I like. Well, Cass, you're gonna have to break us off one time. I'm gonna have to
Um,
get you to do a piece for us. I do want to acknowledge the viewers that are on. We've had quite a few viewers on. We've had Deshaun Chambers on, which is my sister. We have Mr. Michael Baker. We have Isadore Best, and we have Adrian A. Michelle Anderson. That's my cousin. Of course, we had Tisha Thornton and El Renee. So we've had quite a few people come on. I want to thank you guys for showing up. If you're listening on Spotify, we want to thank you for tuning in. We hope wherever you're commuting, because you're probably in your car, we hope that wherever you're commuting, you're going to be safe. I am going to get off the screen so my sister can have the spotlight and she can do her a piece for us. Yes, I'm sorry I can't pay you, but I know you get paid to do this. So if you don't mind, you could give us something little.
I don't, you don't ask me for nothing little. Come on now. Like, oh, okay. Um, oh, and you stepped all the way off, like legit. Okay, so I guess what I will do is I call this my introduction piece for people who don't know me. I am Kas Kreatess now. Growing up, I was called KK, and KK don't live here no more, but it does explain a lot about who I am. So, Paul of the KK, two-time divorcee, tell us how you ended up that way, because we can't seem to understand how a girl like you can't seem to keep a man. Okay, Ron, mistake number one. 20 years old, two kids, white picket fence with an SUV parked right outside. But it was all ruled by Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I was with him for 6 years, and he beat me every other day for 5.5 of them. Even when I was pregnant, that didn't stop him. See, I was his property. So when he discovered my poetry, I was left to endure a 2.5 hour long beating till unconsciousness. Then, when I came to 15 bruises, a boot print in my back, fist print in my chest, slashed wrist, dislocated jaw, and partial deafness from my husband's fist, I guess you could say that I saw the light. And I decided I might be better off not being his wife. Paul of the KK, two-time divorcee, tell us how you ended up that way, because we can't seem to understand how a girl like you can't seem to keep a man. Oh, I get it. She must be crazy. Or she's one of those good for nothing. She must be lazy, or she's fine, but she's really a prude, ain't no good in bed. With that being said, on to Mike. Mistake number two. I decided to do something different. Step outside of the box. No more pretty boys, the populace, the athletes, or the jocks. I got me a choir boy just to end up in a different cage with the same set of locks. See, I was being primped, pruned, and groomed into something I was not, all to be made into a better fit for you know who. But let me tell you what I ain't finna do is lay down for a man who doesn't deserve it. So when I stood up for my morals and I said no, he just went to his yes chicks. That's right. Mr. Holier than Now cheated on me twice. Once with the jump off he couldn't seem to quit jumping on, and the other little broad that almost earned him 25 to life. And that hurt me. But I was told that his ministry was more important than me. So I kept flipping and flipping to try to find that scripture to make it sit right. And that couldn't. So that left me like, I might be better off not being his wife. So for the busybodies who feel the need to discuss me, let's get your facts straight. One, I'm scarred. I am not crazy. Two, I am a hard ass worker, so don't you dare call me lazy. Three, I am fine. No, I'm not a prude. I do have the right to say no if I am not in the mood. I've earned every ounce of my sass and attitude, and I just thank God I don't look like what I've gone through. I have strength, drive, and determination, so I deserve love, honor, respect, open lines of communication, and I know now it's going to take a real one to catch, let alone keep me. Not a fake one that can't keep it in his pants, or a weak one who feels the need to beat me. And last but not leastly, listen closely and please understand. Polo the KK was married to two little boys. Don't think that Cass even needs a man. Okay. Did he come back?
Girl, I'm over here, girl. You ought to see me over here, baby. If you can see me over here snapping, I'm like, girl,
Okay. I was like, where'd
I
she
love
go?
it. I love it. I love
When
it.
you said you were about
Oh
to,
my
you were not
God.
playing. I was like,
Yes, you
oh,
did
okay.
that.
Thank you.
Look at you, Cass. I love it. I just been smiling, girl. My cheeks are hurting. I'm gonna get out of here. Cass, I
Okay.
want to thank you. I want to thank you for joining me tonight.
You're
Do you
welcome.
have anything you'd like to say to anyone? You'd like to give any shout outs? Is there anything? How can we follow you? Give us something. Tell us something. Give us something to end with here.
Okay, so you can follow me on almost all social media. I don't do Snapchat. I think that's for cheaters, or maybe I'm just old. I don't know. But on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, it is Kas Kreatess. That's Kreatess. So KAS space Kreatess. So that'll give you access to like what I'm doing, especially on my TikTok. I do videos of me during my process of art, the different projects and stuff that I'm doing down here. I'm actually going to be part of an art exhibit here.
Oh,
Yeah, coming up. So January 3rd here in Harker Heights, Texas. There's going to be an exhibit of about 20 artists, and I'm one of the featured artists there. So
awesome.
I'm excited. That's
You
like the
said
fifth art show
January
that I'm going
3rd?
to. Yes, January 3rd.
Okay.
And the flyer and all of that information is on my page too. So follow me, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, KASKREATESS. And you'll see all of that information there. I've been trying to get into my Lulu and it's been weird. It's like extra windy down here tonight and it is messing with my internet. But I will get the links for where to purchase my book. I am currently in the process of setting up my website as far as like ordering my prints and jewelry. In
Mm-hmm.
the meantime, I am posting videos of like what I have available. I do also do custom orders on my earrings. So, like, if you have a logo, like BLK Print Magazine, I'm just saying.
Okay, girl. What? What?
Um,
What? What? What?
if
What?
you send me an image or a logo or something that you have, you can send that to me. I can get it scaled down to where I can put it on a custom pair of earrings for you. Yes,
Awesome.
girl, I'm trying.
Yes,
I'm
girl. Yes,
trying.
ma'am. Well, I am so grateful that you came on tonight. I want to thank you so much, Cass. So very proud of you. And listen, guys, do not forget to support support the artists that and the authors that come, not just Kas, but everyone that I bring on here. This is why I bring them here, so that my audience will get to know who they are. And I do this for you guys, audience. I do this. I bring them here for you, so that you
Yes,
get to learn more and you get to know
yes,
more. And now look, so I do want to thank you again. I'm gonna let you go, Kas, and I'm gonna close out my show. But I want to
yes.
thank you again for coming on, and
Thank you
God
so
bless
much for
everything that you're doing,
having me.
baby.
Oh, I appreciate this, sis.
Yes.
I appreciate that so much.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you for
Anytime you
having
need me,
me.
you call me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I work on Saturdays. Otherwise, I would be at your art exhibit. That's why, as soon as you said, I looked at the calendar. I knew it was a Saturday,
Well,
but
it
I
won't be
work
the
on
first nor the
Saturdays.
last, so we're
All
good.
right.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Well, you have a
All right.
wonderful
You
evening.
too. Night, y'all.
Okay, guys. So as you can see, wasn't that a great show, guys? Did y'all hear her? She is so cold with the poetry. I tell you, if tonight does not remind you that creativity is a calling, I don't know what else will. Okay. So conversations like this are the reason that this platform exists. Okay, books don't write themselves. They actually don't. So did anybody else get anything? I see Deshaun Chambers said that she was unique and authentic. And Sister Lexi says that was beautiful. I will be sure to let her know. And remember, guys, you can go to lulu.com and purchase her book. I also want to remind you guys that on January 8th, I am hosting another Book Boss Boot Camp. So I will place the link in the comments here if you guys want to join that Book Boss Boot Camp. We had an amazing time, the first Book Boss Boot Camp, and I'm still seeing the authors leveling up. I'm seeing them work, so definitely want to see you guys there. So again, I want to thank you, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching the replay. Thank you for being part of the BLK Print TV family. And if this conversation blessed you, I want you to share it with somebody. And until next time, protect your peace, honor your purpose, and remember your story matters here. Love you guys.
Girl Boss Global Enterprises, bringing your brand to life and your vision to the world. Where purpose meets power and black women run the world. Where purpose meets power, purpose meets power. Where purpose meets power and black women run the world.
Write it, publish it, own it.